coming to you live from Las Vegas. Probably my final day in Vegas. Probably head home, check out later today, and make our way home. But you never know. I've stayed a month before, so depends. Usually that's in the winter, though. Usually it's in the winter where my wife and I are like, you know what? Yeah, we're not going back to cold, and we will stay. But anyway, let me pull up here, see if it's working over here on X. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. It's beautiful day out. I'm going to show this little video here in a second. Let me just make sure that everyone can hear me over on X, which is where most of my viewers are. Yeah, it looks like people can hear me over there. Let me drop a little GM in the chat for good morning. Make sure that's working okay, and I can see it on this side. And yeah, well, welcome everyone. This, you can see the drapes right behind me. I'm up on one of the top floors of the Encore, which is I think the nicer part of the Wynn, the newer area, a little bit nicer than some areas. I always stay in the Encore. I like the rooms and stuff better than the Wynn. They're both 5-star minimum, but anyway, this is my view. Since I've got my microphone and everything, you probably can't see it, but this is my view. Let me just play this so you can see it. I'm in the other tower, and that's my view of the sphere. I just took this right before I started the stream, literally 5 minutes ago, and I'm overlooking the pool and stuff. And I don't know, I'm up on I think there's 60 something floors. I'm near the top. That's that golf course. I'm not a golfer, but I'm going to golf. I think it's like $800, but to golf. But I'm going to do that someday. Just if I ever am down here with friends at golf, because I'm so bad. But anyway, that is my view out of the window. So I thought, I'll make a little quick video for you guys to check out. So yeah, pretty cool. Awesome. Just sit here and see the view out there. Last here for the Bitcoin conference. There's an XRP conference going on too, but I didn't know about it. So I got too much going on, too much work, too much stuff going on with CoinZoom, and lots of meetings and things. We're working on some stuff with that. So couldn't been too slammed with IRL work and building stuff. Market just opened. The futures were looking teeny bit down on the NASDAQ, and then kind of flat on the others. But it looks like the NASDAQ actually opened up. That's interesting. It was slightly, ever so slightly in the red. But man, Bitcoin, everything's pumping. But let's look at the TradFi markets here first. Sorry, this website is so slow. I'll tell you what about the Wynn and the Encore. Though you can pay, it's like $31.99 a day, but you can pay for high-speed internet, and it's really nice because I had to do a couple of days from my car, from my last hotel. It just wasn't cutting. It had a really horrible stream on Monday. I was cutting out, and so still apologizing for that. But yeah, NASDAQ, wow, up 0.57. So opened up, even though it looked like it was going to be negative. It wasn't. It opened in the positive. Dow Jones up a quarter as well, 0.26, S&P 0.47. But the real news, I think, for us is crypto here, man. Bitcoin ripping 78,313 up a whopping 2.6% for the day, almost half a point for the hour. So, man, you don't usually see this on a Friday. Things just going crazy. And I've said this before, you only really get about 12 to 15 pump days in any given year. Honestly, like one a month on average. And this is about our third bigger pumps. And we had even bigger pumps than this a few times. But on a Friday, man, I'll take this because normally we don't have too high expectations. Kind of in turmoil. Maybe there's some stuff. There is a little bit of good news potential. There may be a potential, more hope for a potential peace deal. Some stuff coming over. We'll talk about that. But man, $78,313. Ethereum, 2,309, up 2.1%. XRP, shout out to XRP and the Army. There's a convention going on here. I'm seeing a lot of XRP logos on some of the big digital billboards. So shout out to our guys in the XRP Army. 1.8%. They're at $1.39.2. And Solana, 84.48, 1.7%. So Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Good, yeah, good news. We'll check back on this. We'll look at some of the news. I've got to. I'm going to probably kind of talk a little fast today. I have. I don't do my. I haven't been doing the GM show from here. I've been kind of walking around like I usually do. I never used to get the high speed internet in the room because my internet worked good enough, but I wasn't streaming even for the GM show. Kind of walk around the casino down there and do that. Shout out to the Wynn Buffet, man. Hit that last night. I'll be posting some content there. Been a while, you know. My wife and I, we're not really buffet people, right? We try not to. We usually only eat once, maybe twice a day, and try not to eat so much. And I could use to lose a couple pounds myself, but went there, didn't go crazy, but yeah, just wonderful, man. It's such. Everyone there's so friendly. Our waiter, he'd been here for 21 years since the Wynn opened. A lot of people came over, believe it or not, from the Bellagio. Steve Wynn treats his staff very well. A lot of people are here forever, and that's great. When you have a business, man, look at that, 78,449. Let's look at the hourly. Just since look at that. We're seeing even more of a pump. So welcome if you're listening live here on YouTube or X, and also shout out to anyone if they're listening later on the podcast or if they're listening to the recording. But yeah, happy Friday, man. Happy Friday right here. I'm still in Sin City. See, did I get rid of my view? Yeah, I got rid of my view, so I can't show you my view there. You'll hopefully see it if you watch it back over. You know what? Anyway, beautiful view. I wish, like I said, I wish I could carry the camera, but that's why I videoed that so you could see it. Anyway, back to Bitcoin, man. Yeah, a little bit of a pump there. Look at that on the hourly, 78,470. I love it. Look at some of the news. Like I said, I'm probably make it quick today just so I can get in position for the GM show. Bitcoin conference drew a record 40,000 people. It's interesting that the show part of it where the booths and stuff felt like more people, but it didn't feel like there was more people than last year. But there, according to this, I swear there was 25, 30,000 last year. They're saying 40,000. So, hey, shout out to that. It was definitely bullish. Lots of stuff to talk about. Here's the deal. A lot of great clips come, I think, and that helps make people bullish. You got a lot of news from the convention. It's just a news-making event. And look, a lot of people, and the reason I didn't think as many people would be here, I think a lot of people said, "Hey, Bitcoin's on sale. Let's save our money and let's just buy Bitcoin, or let's buy Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Chainlink, whatever, Hyperliquid, whatever you like, right? Quality altcoin, Pepe, if you're into meme coins, Dogecoin, whatever you like for your portfolio. Hopefully, mainly Bitcoin, but in my opinion, but I thought people would just opt to stay out. I know a lot of people that were going to come out. People in this community here stayed, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is nice. Look, if you can make it as convenient, you're not going to have to break the bank, mortgage the farm to get here. It is nice to be here. You're always networking. It's a good vibe. It definitely makes you more bullish. There's no question. But if you can't make it, you can watch it. You can see the news. I'm bringing you everything I can from here. But it is fun when you can go. But I don't know, when stuff's on sale like it is right now, maybe the smarter choice was to stay home, honestly, and just stack sats. But anyway, that's cool if that's a record event. I didn't expect it. Next year, of course, we're going to Nashville. You can still get in and buy discount tickets. I think it's $249. I don't know how long that'll last, but they just kind of slowly raise them. I'm going to probably get my tickets here before too long, get flights booked, get hotels, all that kind of stuff. But it will be in Nashville. Nashville is a blast. It'll take that town over. Man, if you've never been to Nashville, it is a vibe. 100 bars there on Broadway. Every one of them has live music. Some of them 2 bands or 3 bands. It is a vibe. We can literally walk there from the convention center in 5 minutes. Great barbecue, famous hot chicken. Man, it's gonna be fun. Another convention I've been going to since I was 17 years old. Moved there 4 years ago, and I'm loving. I go there every year, January, February-ish, and I'm loving that vibe. I love some Nashville. So loving that. Let me take a quick look at Bitcoin. Man, we'll have to keep checking back, see where we're at. Yeah, 78,399. Love it. Tether, man, Tether reported $1.04 billion in profit for Q1. It's quietly becoming one of the largest holders of U.S. debt. Man, that's why I believe this Clarity Act slash Bitcoin structure bills absolutely get passed. Too critical for the United States, for the dollar and the dominance, continued dominance of the dollar. Kalshi prediction market thinks that U.S. gas prices, they're betting that it's going to reach 540 this year. We will see. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get resolved. There is a little bit of hope there. This from my guy Charting Wealth, who is one of my longtime buddies out here and speaker. Oh, let me see if there's any. Oh, hey, there we are. Yep, the Scott and Mr. Heine from the Heine community. Heine, they have a saying. We always used to say, and maybe younger people don't say this, but we always said TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, right? That was a thing that maybe you younger people don't still say, but it was a big thing back in the day when I was a kid. And they've quoted, they have a THIF. Thank Heine, it's Friday. So great community. They've got it. Scott has got a space on there. But yeah, look up Heine Coin on X. Join that community. Scott's got a space I'm on every morning. Freaking 3:30 a.m. here, man. 3:30 on the West Coast, but it's 6:30 their time. They do an hour and a half space, and a great community, great information, quality guys here supporting the Opening Bell Crypto and obviously the GM show. So, man, check those guys out. I think community is important. One of the things we didn't have in the early days of the internet, we didn't really have communities. And I get it. I know some of you have become bag holders in your communities because you were so into the community. You didn't sell your meme coin. Maybe you didn't sell your NFTs and you rode them up and down. I mean, geez, at the peak, what were Bored Apes? Friggin' 200, close to 200, maybe over 200 ETH, man. And now they're what? I think they were like 5 ETH the other day. I think they've gone up a little, maybe doubled. But man, thank Heine. It's Friday, man. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you always jumping in and supporting, and they're good. Yeah, a lot of good content, a lot of educational content. And it's you need a little support out here on the bad days. Not today. You need friends today. All you need is friends to celebrate these freaking $78,000 Bitcoin. It's going down a little now. We see a dip. That's natural, but yeah, good times, man. Good times. But on the not so good in the real world here, this from Charting says nearly half of buy now, pay later users have paid late in the past year per Lending Tree. And listen, we're not going to sugarcoat it here. It's tough out there, and people are having trouble. And it doesn't help to have, especially if you're on a fixed income and stuff. That's why we're so passionate about getting people out here, buying quality crypto, learning this, educating yourself. This really is the answer. There's nothing else you can really do to outperform this for the most of you. And you don't even really have to do anything but just buy and wait. So this congressman yesterday, he revealed in a testimony that China is secretly buying and stockpiling Bitcoin. It's building a national strategic reserve. Bitcoin is the most geopolitically important asset in the world. There's going to be an arms race, and that arms race isn't going to be weapons. It's going to be to who can get the most Bitcoin, stack the most Bitcoin. Now this is some real good news. I hope this is true and would love to see this. Iran has sent a new proposal to U.S. through Pakistan mediators. The offer reportedly focuses on de-escalation and reopening the Straits of Hormuz. So I'd like to see that. It's been kind of at a standstill for the last couple of weeks, I'd say. Not much happening. The Ayatollah, supposedly the Ayatollah, who many have reported potentially is in a coma. And, there's no video of him or anything, just written messages, but the supposed new leader and the supposed new Ayatollah has come out and he has said, that made all kinds of rhetoric, whatever. Yesterday, kind of, we're not giving up, blah, 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 all the usual, stuff. But, we don't even know if that's really coming from him. But listen, there is Trump needs, Trump's not going to budge on the nuclear stuff, right? That's kind of his justification for the war. So he's not going to budge on that. And I don't think that the world's going to accept Iran running the Straits of Hormuz taking $2 million a ship to get through there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I think look, they're under pressure because they have no money and stuff, and we're under pressure because our gas is going up and Trump's popularity is dropping, and people are hurting on this side. But we'll see what happens, right? That would be great if something happened. When it does happen, I think we'll see a parabolic market for sure. Adam Back. You hear me talking about Adam Back a lot. The only guy mentioned in Satoshi's white paper. Saw him a few times at this convention. Good dude. Also, this is who the New York Times a couple weeks ago said is Satoshi. He's playing it cool if he is. But anyway, a PhD, longtime legend in the cryptography group. Satoshi Nakamoto reached out to him several times in emails and whatnot. And he owns one of the biggest Bitcoin treasury companies in all of crypto. But he just said he'll never stop buying more Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the hurdle rate for all future investments. If you can't outperform it, you should buy it. And man, this is why I'm FOMO, and I'm like, man, I can't get enough Bitcoin. Right? I'm working my butt off on stuff. A lot of good stuff on the CoinZoom side. The CoinZoom, of course, a regulated U.S. exchange that I'm an investor in, and I own the tokens, and I use it every day. Got my card here. You probably see me posting. See, I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyway, use my Visa card to spend my Bitcoin, earn 5% back, which I use to buy more Bitcoin. So anyway, yeah, man, we ought to be buying it. If you can't outperform it, buy it. End of story. Michael Saylor said soon every billionaire will buy $1 billion of Bitcoin. Supply shock will be so great that we'll stop measuring Bitcoin in terms of fiat. We won't be saying it's 80,000, it's 10 million, it's 50 million. We'll start saying how much is a sat. And a sat or Satoshi is the smallest part that you can divide a Bitcoin by 100 million Satoshis per Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is $100 million, one Satoshi would be $1. If Bitcoin was $10 million, a Satoshi would be a penny, if my math is right. Now, probably isn't, but anyway, you get my point. Get a calculator, do your math. I left my abacus at home. This was interesting, too, and makes a lot of sense since I'm here in Vegas. Michael Saylor, in this interview a month or so ago, said gambling $50,000 is scarier to him than having billions in Bitcoin. It bothers me that I'm playing at games that the odds are stacked against me. With Bitcoin, I feel like the odds are way in my favor. So, in other words, if he's here in Vegas, him making a bet at the tables or whatever is scarier for him because he knows the odds are against him, and that's how these casinos operate and make all these wonderful buildings for us to stay in. A lot of talk about digital credit and the STRC and Fong, who is the CEO of MicroStrategies. He said $300 trillion is the entire credit universe. If we can take 1% of that in 5 years, we could triple the price of Bitcoin to 230. Just that aspect of it. Just one aspect. Not all the buying, not all the countries, all the states, all the retirement, every company in the world buying Bitcoin, every person in the world buying Bitcoin, just the credit market, a teeny sliver of the credit market could cause Bitcoin to triple from here. This was interesting. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said he's a longtime Bitcoin supporter and believes it can be used as a tool of power. This was he got grilled by the shithead Democrats there. These congressional hearings are just a joke, right? No one even asks questions. They ask a question that they know is not going to get an answer, and then they just grandstand and talk about. I personally can't stomach politics. But anyway, point is every person in Trump's cabinet understands Bitcoin, understands the importance of it. One of the biggest things to come out is the White House crypto guy that took over when the other guy left and went to Tether. Forget his name, young guy. But anyway, he was saying that we're going to hear announcement about the strategic reserve within weeks. So we haven't heard anything about that since Trump got in. Fear and greed at 26. We got all the way up to like 46, back down, just bordering almost an extreme fear. We were, of course, stuck in a quagmire of extreme fear for 90 days. But anyway, we're back down, but we're up, but still down. And given everything that's happened in the world, I can't say that I blame people. Riot, people kind of make a bigger deal than this. Riot, one of the big miners, they were well represented, as were a lot of mining companies at the Bitcoin convention. They're getting ready to sell 500 Bitcoin, and right now, and in the past few weeks, it's been more expensive to make a Bitcoin than you can sell it for. Now it's a little less, but these guys have to pay bills. They've got electricity, cooling bills, they've got rent, they got employees, so them selling, we're going to see that. That's just part of doing business. It's great when they can keep them. And if they believe that it'll sell for more and they have the financial wherewithal to do, many will. Many of these mining companies, their purpose is to stack Bitcoin over time. But yeah, them selling is just going to happen. Tokenized RWA in my little thing that I send out, kind of the little notification or whatever for Opening Bell Crypto, which I've been doing between 4 and 5 years, over 4 years now on X, and you're always welcome to join me over there. Got a bunch of great co-hosts and speakers. Be doing that show at the top of the hour here in about 10 minutes. But one of the things I have in there, I have AI and RWA, real world asset tokenization. It has jumped a whopping 420% since 2025 on regularity, clarity, and access. And the biggest proponent of this is Larry Fink of BlackRock. So, man, smart money's getting into real world assets. We need to think about that. Now, this is not good. U.S. national debt surpassed the size of the entire U.S. GDP for the first time since World War II. Not good. More reason than ever. If nothing I've said today moves you at all, this should. Buy freaking Bitcoin, man. Buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin up 78,000. This is before the show. 30 million liquid is probably way more now. Let's take a look. Last to wrap things up, let's take a look at where we're still over 78,000. Let this refresh. Yep, 78,000 up. There we are, back 78,344. That's great. I'll take that any day of the week. Listen, this is good times. Good day to celebrate. We don't usually see this on a Friday. Hopefully, we can hold it through the weekend and build it. Have a good weekly close. I'll take it, man. Ben, I'm bullish, as you know. Do what you can, buy Bitcoin. And of course, it's what we do over at CoinZoom. You can, I only have one debit card, and that's my CoinZoom card. So my hotel here, my food I'm buying, my gas to get down here, my rental car, all that stuff, all paid for with my CoinZoom card, and I earn 5% back. And then I turn into Bitcoin. For the last 5 years, I've been holding their Zoom coin and buying Zoom coin because I think as more people find out about this platform, that will happen. And we're working on a super affiliate program. I have a call here in about 2 hours about it. Been working myself, my business partner. Of course, we're early investors, own a percentage of the company, own a few percent of the company. And we talked to them quite a bit. And now we're trying to help them design a super affiliate program so you can be able to share it with your friends, family and friends, and maybe their friends, and earn some money every time they swipe their card, which you're going to do anyway. We're all spending card. Every one of you is paying for your phone bills. Every one of you is paying for gas. Every one of you is paying. One of our good guys' cousin, one of our longtime OG friends from X over there, posted yesterday. He just bought some brand new golf clubs and he switched all his utility bills. So, man, that's it. We get millions of people doing that and earning cash back, and the token is going to see a supply shock as well. So anyway, farewell from Vegas. I will see everyone. This show I will do again on Monday, but you guys have a great weekend. Looks like Looks like Bitcoin is surging as we're speaking here. 78,662. I love it. I love it. Thanks for joining me, especially those who are listening here live on X and YouTube. Appreciate everybody. Scott and I'm Mr. Heine from the Heine community. Always appreciate you guys. Strong supporters, great community. I suggest everyone join that community, look into it, maybe buy some of their tokens or NFTs. It's a fun group, but you guys have a wonderful weekend. Join me on the